If you want to know how to read tarot cards for yourself, come to the right place. We are checking in with some tarot tips and a collective read for the global tribe. So let's have some fun.
So have your tarot cards or your oracle cards. That's a hard word to say sometimes for me. Oracle.
Just have your cards ready.
Have your cards ready.
For those of you who are just getting to know us.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.com,
home of Zen Ed Academy. We built Zen Rose Garden in 2008 to help people through some of the hardest traumas and emotional upsets of life.
So we are locked and loaded to help you guys connect for yourself. And we're bringing you some feel good and some support. We got you.
Yep. And we do have an offer at the end for those of you who want more, as well as some free stuff, just to say thank you for hanging out with us. So stick around to the end for all of that.
So our job as teachers is to help you have the most clarity and joy that you can have no matter what life throws at you. And right now it's throwing some serious poop bombs, because if you give someone a fish, they will always be asking you to buy them sushi. I know I'm always asking David to buy me sushi. And if you teach a person to fish, you're going to have friends who know how to make sushi, and your dinners will be way bougier. And that's what I'm talking about. Take a moment and have us all take a good deep breath and center ourselves right through your nose. And let it go. And kind of feel into your body for a second.
Yep.
Feel right into your body. You're right here, right now. Here's your body. It is time to shuffle and drop your personal card.
Drop it in the comments.
In the comments.
I don't know why I do this.
Go ahead and shuffle
the comments.
And drop that personal card in the comments while I give you guys a quick tip.
Quick tip of the day.
So I think everybody should have a standard deck. You know, and for me, the gold standard is the Rider-Waite.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no law against you having lots and lots of decks. I have lots and lots of decks, but I like this Rider-Waite deck, and I've had many on occasion, because I like to keep a spare deck around for spare parts when I happen to lose, because cards can disappear into the
oblivion.
I don't know how, because I'm always really careful.
Quantum love
reality. Oh. They're probably at your house. Quantum love, my missing tarot cards.
Right.
But I don't happen to have a spare deck right now.
Because it's on the way.
Yeah. So I was looking in my main deck and I was missing a few cards. So I'm like, oh, this is why I have this rule about I always have a spare parts deck for my main tarot deck. My standard deck I always use, so that I always, because I teach out of this one all the time. And I just happen to have lost a few cards I don't know when. I don't know where they are. They're at one of y'all's house. But I was like, wouldn't it be interesting? One of y'all. There must be somebody on here from the South. I noticed, I was like, okay, that's interesting. I wonder what cards are missing. There are a few minor arcana in my deck that are missing. There's like 6 cards missing in my deck. I don't know how, because I'm always sorting through it. But the 3 major arcana that are missing that I thought were super interesting are the Fool, which is the first card of the major arcana, and the World, which is the last card of the major arcana. And the other one is the Death card, interestingly enough. So I've got the first card of the majors, the last card of the majors, and almost the exact same middle, the Death card in the middle. And I went, isn't that an interesting little...
Can't do that on purpose.
I mean, isn't that an interesting little 3-card spread that just happens to be missing from my deck? What's going to happen next is I'll get my spare parts deck in the mail, or my main deck, because this will now become my spare parts deck. And those 3 cards will probably pop up. They're probably in a seat cushion somewhere. But I was like, that's super interesting, because it's like the Fool is that innocent beginning of the journey, and the World is like the end of the journey, and then you just go,
and the Death is the transition in the middle.
Then you do it all again, right?
And here's the thing. So the tip is to have a spare parts deck. Have a spare deck of your most used deck of cards. So there you go.
Quantum loves like death, rebirth, right? So and
then Becky says, "Ooh, that's a juicy 3-card spread."
I want to throw a little tarot trivia at you. There are a couple of cards that are spaced in the major arcana journey. And this is maybe for you more advanced, nerdy tarot nerds like me. But
or if you're just beginning.
There are two cards that are kind of major transition points, turning points in the Fool's journey of the tarot. One of them is obviously the Death card I just told you. But there's one other card that symbolizes a turning point into a new phase of the journey in the tarot cards. I want to see if someone can guess what major arcana card that is. It's not the death card. The death card is the death card. So I thought that was real interesting, the 3-card spread that happens to be missing right now from my deck. So,
and Victorious has already got her card. Victorious, let us know what that card means to you. Drop that in the comments so that we can have that when we get to it. And then if you want to pull a clarifying card as well, because we typically pull a card, the main card, and then the clarifier for our group global read.
Boy.
Okay, so now it's time for the collective card of the day.
He just needs his music moments, and if he doesn't have it, he gets it.
I get antsy.
He gets some
kind of way. All the kinds of ways.
Because we're out of Ritalin.
So today's card is...
Okay, so the card I pulled, and I've been pulling, if you've been with us the last few days, I've been pulling some not that happy of a cards.
Pretty intense cards,
how can I what can we find out of this that's helpful? But today I got the Knight of Cups upright, and I went, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My little Knight of Cups love muffin running towards us with a happy message. So
he looks kind of short and stout.
Oh, well, okay, whatever. I'm trying to, give him some ego.
Trying to sexify him and make him feel good.
Well, the guys in the cup suit have a little bit of an ego, and it can be well-deserved, but they're sort of like the Don Juans and I think the Knight of Swords is more like the Marquis de Sade, and the Knight of Cups is more like the Don Juan. Okay, right. So the Knight of Cups on the surface is this young, graceful young person, because I don't like to say male or female, because we all have male and female within us, but someone that's a lover, not a fighter, right? He's not charging at you with a sword. So
he's charging at you with let's drink.
With the cups, right? He's bringing me some wine. That's all I know. So rather than look at the court cards as individual male, female.
On his trusty steed.
We can kind of look at them as... You're blocking my face.
I am, because otherwise the card doesn't.
I know, I get it. But we can also look at the court cards as aspects of our personality.
She said aspects. Aspects
of our personality, or behaviors that we choose to behave in at any given time. And this is heartfelt, honest action, right?
I do like Becky's read on it. He's a Casanova fuckboy.
There you go. You're right. All the knights can be fuckboys. But anyway, let me get back to my serious interpretation.
Yeah, to it.
Monkey gallery. The Knight of Cups is about heartfelt, honest action. And it's also very emotional, but it's also full of imagination. He's got the wings on his hat. He's like picking up, those are like antenna picking up, downloads, right?
Alien communication.
The Knight of Cups kind of tells you that something is beautiful coming to you, because he's bringing you something, and it can be it can be a message of love. It could be an invitation to something wonderful. It could be a proposition of some kind. But it's definitely something. I will have dinner with you every night. But it's something that might fill you up with desire and heartfelt desire,
right?
Like the desire of the heart, not the desire of the groin area. But that might be a side benefit, none of my business. So, but it's a renewal for us, right? Because I'm pulling this card not individually, but as a collective energy. Right. It's kind of a renewal of our dreams. And like Quantum was saying, death is rebirth. Right. So it's a renewal of our dreams. In order for a renewal to happen, death has to happen first, or some sort of ending. But it can be a renewal of the past, like hopes and dreams of the past that we might have let go of.
And this is a perfect time for this kind of a card to come up, because there's a great deal of us that no longer have jobs the way that we did. So we have to reinvent ourselves kind of forcibly, right?
Right.
So all of your past, what you've been doing to make money, is now gone for some of us. And now you've got to reinvent yourself. And what happens is all of those things that you did before you had to make a living are now bubbling up to the surface. Like, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? All that time that I was like, I'll get to my dreams one day. Now's the time.
So of course he's a Capricorn. He goes right to making money. The Knight of Cups. It's about not so much making money. It's kind of one of those do what you love and the money will follow cards. So it's kind of it's calling us to look at our dreams, the things we wanted to do in the past, the things that maybe we would do if we had all the time in the world to do, and just let's go create that dream and that vision. A lot of people are looking at that now, kind of going, okay, but why not look at that again? Because I just lost my job. I just have a blank slate.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at this as a blessing in disguise and kind of go, okay, let me look at those dreams and find my way back to me. Because there was a couple of weeks I had this epiphany, because when we're alone with ourselves,
or with me,
right? When we're same thing. So when we're alone with our energy and there's no distractions, we start to find we have the opportunity to find our way back to ourselves
and to our dreams.
Because I'm doing this dual thing of I'm an empty nester because my kids just left, and then we had the lockdown and menopause and all at once and allergy season, which has nothing to do with menopause. It's a whole transition thing for me. There's like,
it makes menopause suck more.
Right. So I'm having 3 big transitions all at once. And it's sort of like right in front of my face, like I'm looking at who I am and who I was and what do I want to reinvent. So it's kind of nice for all of us to look at that and look at that opportunity. But the clarifier card I got was the reversed magician, which is super fun because there are several reversal meanings, traditional reversal meanings of the magician. It takes time to learn reversal meanings. I recommend always that you start reading reversals right away. There are more than one with most cards anyway, but the one that stood out to me that went with the Knight of Cups is the magician reverse can be a person who's living out of time, like with no sense of time. And it makes the most sense because we're kind of living outside of a sense of time right now. Like there are days I go, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? What is it, the weekend? I'm not sure what day it is. And when we're living out of time, we step into more easily the realm of dreams and visions, right? We have the mind space, the bandwidth, timeless mind to think about those dreams. And that's where our visions and our dreams have been stored, because physically we're out of time right now.
Right.
And we can more easily step into that out of time space.
Yep.
So that's what I believe these are speaking to me today about our whole
what's going on as a global tribe,
our collective energy, our collective opportunity. I think I want to call this a collective opportunity that we have.
Definitely.
That's what I got for you today.
All right. And also, if at any time you want to drop your own read of the cards that we pull, by all means, because this is a time for you to practice doing readings. And there is no wrong answer. Okay. There's just whatever's coming to you. Throw it out there.
Also, the Autobots are coming, so we have nothing to worry about. I'm just saying that.
Better than the Decepticons.
Aren't you glad I was wearing pants? So that's what's happening right now. I want to look at some cards.
So if you guys have not already dropped it in the comments, pull a card now, drop it now, drop it now. If you don't have a card, pick one out of the imaginary tarot deck in your head. Think fast and drop it like it's hot in the comments.
This is how he relives his DJ days.
I definitely do.
Tell us what your card is speaking to you today.
Yes.
Feel it. Close your eyes. First impulse.
Yep.
We're going to drop some insight right now, but we do want you to trust your intuition and be confident. And that's our job as teachers, to help you be the best badass reader you can be. I saw cards drop in.
We've got Knight of Coins and patience is a virtue.
Patience is
virtue. Saying patience is a virtue.
Divine timing.
Divine timing. Yeah.
The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Coins.
Pentacles. Yeah.
All the knights kind of personify our hubris, kind of in a way, our ambition and our drive, but they have different speeds of drive, right? And the Knight of Coins is one of those. He's on a horse that's a little bit more slow moving. He's like, I'm going to methodically have patience and go after my dream. So yeah, I think you're totally right on with that. I love that. I love that interpretation.
Quantum says world. So drop also what that world card is saying to you now, whether it's intuitively or if you know the card better, whatever it is, drop your meaning of the world card.
I find that the world card is rarely a bad card.
Right. It just happens to be missing from our deck. And Becky says, my card of the day is the Wheel of Fortune. Loving that it's a 10. And my interpretation is that the direction I'm going is definitely right. Abundance is coming. Buns dancing are awesome.
A Wheel of Fortune is so beautiful. Well, here's the thing. Did anyone drop the turning card? Because Becky, you the transition card. I said there's 2 transition cards that are sort of really pivotal.
Nobody did,
but Becky just happened to pull it, and the Wheel of Fortune is the other transition card that I was thinking of. So
it is a transition of fortune, typically in the positive.
The Wheel of Fortune transitions you. It is a transition into the positive. Typically, the French school, it's a little different than the English school.
Paint me like one of your French decks.
Anyway, so out of context right now.
It is
completely out of context. So
I'll pose for you.
The Wheel of here, put this in your mouth and pose. So the Wheel of Fortune, keep it in there. Keep it in there. It's great. So the Wheel of Fortune turns us into a new. That's why I did. It was a visual hint, right? So the Wheel of Fortune turns us into a new phase.
Yep.
Regardless of the phase, is it going this way? Which way is the wheel turning? Mm-hmm. In the French tradition, it's sort of like the wheel turns, and depending on where you are in the Wheel of Fortune is where your fortune. Are you at the bottom? Is your fortune? Are you going up?
Right.
Are you going around? Are you losing your fortune? But in the Wheel of Fortune, in the Rider deck, it's sort of like always a good thing, so yes.
And then Victoria says clarification card, Knight of Swords. Not sure how I feel about that one. A little help, please. Yes, we'll definitely get you a little help, but you've got 2 knights. You've got the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords.
I love that together.
Yes, that is an amazing combination.
It's such a juxtaposition, but they go together, right? It's sort of like, okay, so I'm a Gemini Cancer, which would be the swords, right? The heir of the swords on the Gemini side. And David is a Capricorn Sag. So the Capricorn would be the Pentacles. It would be the Earth. It would be, and Capricorn, the coins, right? So you got the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Swords energy are those 2 different energies. And they work very well in a business together. The Gemini energy and the Capricorn energy, because the Gemini is like ching, 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 with a lot of ideas and visions, and it moves very fast.
And then the Capricorn puts them into action.
The Knight of Coins is like the Capricorn energy, which is Earth, which is like, let's implement so that we have a solid foundation. So those 2 actually make great business partners. Yeah, because the Knight of Swords is sort of, let's charge ahead and do it. I have this great idea. Boom, boom, boom. Right.
Libra, Cancer, Gemini rising. Awesome.
I have a Libra rising. My rising is Libra. Libra.
And Becky says, why have I never put together that you guys are all 4 elements with your cuspy asses?
We are all 4 elements.
And we have cuspy asses.
I don't know about that.
I've got 2 buns. You've got 2 buns. They're 2 halves of a whole.
I think that's a reach.
Haha.
Around. So let's. It's so great.
Usually I'm the one that's doing it.
It's usually great when I can make David blush. That is one of my life goals. So the Tower, Becky says, is the Tower another transition? It is. The Tower card is an opportunity for a transition. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Jump with a parachute or just jump to your death?
So the Tower card's not like completely a transition. It's like the destruction, and then the transition.
Death was the other transition card.
Transition kind of comes after.
Yeah. See, Toasty Mornings, good to see you. Hi, my card is 3 of Wands. Satisfied with how things are now, but I feel there is more out there for me.
Love that. Yeah.
Awesome.
3 of Wands is one of my favorites because I tend to associate cards with songs, and to me that's like it's like it's so festive, the 3 of Wands, because it is about what can I do out in the world. It's about your desire and energy and breaking free,
your magic of creation. That's a really nice card. Lisa Michelle says, I'm emotionally shredded, so I cannot do this for myself, please. 8 of Pentacles with 8 of Swords.
Let me find those, because those are super interesting, because the 8 of Pentacles is a really good card. It's about you're working to make your money.
And the 8 of Swords is not the 9 of Swords.
Okay, so the 8 of Pentacles, I want to show you guys this one. The 8 of Pentacles, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to see. The 8 of Pentacles is you have discovered something that you want to create. It's about trading. You have that thing that you want to trade and barter with people. And so you're working hard at it, and you're kind of in the muck with it. You're kind of working hard. Watch me be missing the 8 of Swords.
No, you don't. No,
I don't think I am. There it is. Okay. The 8 of Swords is called the Prisoner card. Like, she could walk away. She could cut the swords. She could get away anytime she wants, right?
Right,
There's actually all this power around her. So this is a super interesting combination.
And she's not bound super tight. It's actually a little loose, so she could get out if she wanted to.
So it's sort of like a push-pull. There's like two conflicting energies. It's like you've got the thing you want to trade, you've got the thing that you want to work on, that you want to trade for money, the thing you want to create to get your money, but something about it's like yourself holding yourself back. So the 8 of Swords can be about a self-sabotaging behavior where you're putting yourself in as a prisoner, because these two
worthiness.
Right. So these two together are about a cognitive dissonance, a conflicting energy. So looking at the only person holding yourself back, usually in anything, is you. So it's about breaking yourself free because you already know what you want to do. You already know what you want to give to the world. Break the illusion of the prisoner card and step into it.
Kristen says, my past loves healing, releasing the bad magic, still living in the ethers so we can move on and grow up. Kind of literal.
I love that.
There you go. And I'm presuming you're doing an oracle deck. Just was emotionally shredded by my abusive husband while I was at my worst, and he went in for the kill. That's perfect. Yeah. So feeling trapped there. And then realizing that you have the power to create your own reality.
Yeah. And this is about creating your own reality. And, you know, I feel this card because I've been there. I've kept myself prisoner in a relationship. And for me, that was connected very much with the thing I wanted to create in the world. I gave away so much power to that relationship that it stopped me from creating from my heart what I wanted to do because I questioned myself. So,
30 years is definitely a long time.
And I was 20, mine was an 18-year marriage. You know, so.
But it's never too late for you to start creating for yourself. And the good news that comes on the other side of this is that you will probably never go back to anything like that because the red flags will be so blatant ahead of time. You've got basically a doctorate in recognizing red flags. So once you get to the other side of this,
you're going to be like, fuck no, I can use, I know how to use the swords. So
thank you guys for joining us. We do want to take a quick moment to tell you about our online community where our Zen heads hang out and where we, as of a couple of years ago, teach all of our courses, including our comprehensive tarot course. So if you want to get deeper into tarot, that would be a perfect place to do it.
You can tell we like to get deep. So Zen Ed Academy was this idea that grew from our love of teaching workshops here in Las Vegas in person since 2008. And we saw this change coming in the online space, like the beginning of Facebook and all that. And we decided we wanted to create something more.
This is how we can come together, be supported, and support others.
So we opened this crazy online school of ours in 2017, where now we have a tribe of powerhouse students from around the globe, which is super fun, who connect, learn, and improve their skills 24 hours a day.
7 days a week, 365.25 days a year.
He's got to have the math in there. So Zen Ed Academy is a fully operational healing center that fits in the palm of your hand. It just didn't happen overnight, though, because we've been improving it and finessing it for quite some time.
So it's also not just some pop-up class that is gone when it's done.
Like some, crystal grid, how to make, unicorn fairy poster that's, that's for free on the internet, which is fun, but like meaningful courses with well-researched information, not just the same copy and paste stuff that is everywhere when you search something. It drives me a little crazy. So if you want in, we made it easy to access not just one class, but over 16 seriously deep PhD backed courses
to binge on to your heart's content.
Plus all the lifetime replays.
All of them. Make sure you check that out in the description. Well, since you guys have watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies we've got for you. There's a link in the description below. If you like this video,
hit the like button.
If you want to see more videos like this,
be sure to subscribe.
Like this,
be sure
like
to subscribe.
This. Boom, 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 like this.
To subscribe.
Scribe it, and spank the bell to turn notifications on.
So you're the first to know
when we drop a new video. Drop a new video. Zen it.
Or go live.
And now it's time to check out these videos over here and over here and over here and maybe over there and over there.
This is David's workout.
It is.
By the way.
Got to keep fit. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.